That's why I wrote a book with the intention of what do you do? You're here, we're here, I'm here. What do the people on this planet do? What you do is what I think that we're put here to do. And what is that? To solve problems. Now, how did I come to that conclusion? Well, according to the logic. I'm here. Something produced me and put me here. We call it God, Allah, the Creator, the Great Spirit, etc., Jehovah, whatnot. And so something put all of us here. Put us here to do what? And so I concluded, based on logic, to solve problems. Just two words. Solve problems. Is that what we're here for? Based on what? Based on we got problems. We're put here, and problems were put here. At the same time, we come into the world facing problems. I think that's why babies are born crying. Based on what? Well, babies don't laugh when they come here. They come here crying. So what is the baby crying about? Crying about the problems that need solving. The baby can sense it, even though the baby's, according to logic, the baby's mind hasn't kicked in, but the baby's spirit can pick up, hey, this is a mess, and I've been dumped off right in it. And so I'm yelling out. That's all I can do. I'm not able to get out of this crib, to get out of this bassinet, so I'm crying out. I'm crying out for what? For help. For help in doing what? In solving problems. And so we are all babies in that sense, in that context. According to what, Fuller? According to what, Fuller? According to logic. Always follow logic in every situation. You go into these hostile situations. Everybody's looking mean. Everybody's looking like they're ready to fight. Well, that's because that's a world problem. And in the system of white supremacy, it's all about fighting. It's all about dissension. It's all about video games and whatnot, where everybody's supposed to be fighting. Road warrior. I mean, hey, let's kill somebody. I mean, it's too quiet around here. Let's get up and get some action going. That's what we call it. Action has been defined over a period of time as some type of destructive activity. That's what we call action. We say we're going to see an action movie. Well, action means what? Action means you're committing an act. Well, you can commit acts by doing something constructive or non-constructive. But in the system of white supremacy, when you see the word action and see an exclamation point behind it, you usually think of some type of hostile act, some type of destructive act.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what action is. You can't have constructive action. If it's action, it's got to be non-constructive. So the system of white supremacy breeds that into everybody. So when you go in a situation like the gentleman inferred, I think that's what he was saying.
Yes.
How do you handle this? You handle it by saying, my assignment is to take this hostile situation and make it non-hostile based on what? Based on problem solving. Because a hostile situation is a problem. So how do you do that? By going into a constructive mode. By codifying everything you say and everything that you do in such a way that it has a constructive result. That sometimes means not saying anything at all, but just by demonstrating by your actions that you are going to do constructive things. You don't say anything to anybody, but every move that you make is going to have a constructive effect. And people might observe that what you are doing has a constructive effect. And so then they might start doing constructive things themselves. But you minimize conflict by minimizing all non-constructive contact. If the situation is too volatile, you back off. Wait for things to simmer down, and then approach it again, but always with constructive intent.